Hey friends, I just wanted to pop in here and introduce a vlog and say welcome. Thank you all so much for being here. So today we're doing something fun. You probably already saw from the title and the thumbnail, but we're doing something that I've never done before. Actually, it's two things I've never done before. First of all, I've never been to the Museum of Glass. So this location is in Tacoma. So I'm excited to go inside of that. And then secondly, we're going to be decorating glass blown pumpkins. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that they're going to show us a lesson in glass blowing. I've been to a glass blowing facility before. Went to one, I think it was in Mexico, might have been in Cabo. So I've seen the process before in another country, but it would be cool to see it here too. So I'm hoping that they'll show us that whole process of the glass blowing so we can see how the pumpkins were made. And then of course, it's gonna be fun to see what types of paint they give us so that we can decorate our pumpkins. I'm trying to decide in my mind right now, like how do I wanna do my pumpkin? Do I just wanna paint it like traditional and do like a jack-o'-lantern face? Or do I wanna do something that's art deco? I don't really know anything. So I have my breakfast here from Chick-fil-A. So I'm gonna enjoy my breakfast and just kind of relax and watch some YouTube videos. I think I'm maybe like 25 minutes early. So plenty of time for me to enjoy my breakfast and wait for my friend to get here. Oh yeah, I'm not going by myself. So my good friend Natalie, she found this and asked me if I wanted to come and I was like, yes. So she's on her way too. And oh, for you, if you've watched my video where we did the donut reviews, then you've seen Natalie. And I think she's probably made appearances in other videos too. So anyway, you all will get to see her today. Y'all, she's on her way. Look. Way down there. She said, I'm running, I'm running. We're here, y'all. Museum of Glass. They gave us our safety goggles, so I thought, okay, I'm ready to watch. And she was like, nah, you about to come over here and do. Y'all, I was so surprised, but we were very hands-on for this process. There was a whole lot of technical jargon, so I'm probably just going to do voiceovers because it was pretty loud in here. But right now, she's explaining to me how I am going to collect the... Wait, let me go back and show y'all what we got to choose from. Okay, so on this cart, there are bits of glass in different colors. And so she explained that we got to choose the colors that we wanted for the base of our pumpkin, as well as the stem.
A base stem?
Yeah.
I love it.
So you start by picking your color.
And then we starting off like cutting up in front of it and then going on right here.
It's called a glory hole. Child, the terminology was cracking me up. So basically she's explaining that I need to take the rod and put it in here to get it very hot. And then once it's hot, she's going to take it and put it in a separate furnace that has all the melted glass. And so she'll get like a glob of the melted glass on the tip of it. And then we will build the pumpkin from there. Look at me showing my friend up here trying to direct. I'm like, hey, Natalie, can you move over to this side so you can get a better view? Okay, my instructor, her name is JJ. She's so sweet. All right, so we've got the iron rod piping hot. Now she's about to show me that when she goes over, after she goes over to grab the glob of glass, then it's going to be my job to dip the glass in those little pieces of colorful shards, and I'll be collecting them around the outside. And so we'll get the base of my pumpkin. I chose the pink color. So she's over here now at this other furnace. This thing is just full of melted glass. It's like molten lava and everything is so hot. It's just, it will singe your eyebrows, like for real. So she's collecting some here and I'll let y'all watch this process.
A lot of these objects are very fragile and are just different than any of the other glass I usually work on.
The way
If you want to stand on the right side, I'm going to help you roll it. Yes. Okay, which color? Okay.
This is for the body.
Okay. Yep. Awesome. Getting that full coverage. And this side, I'm going to go ahead and take this and we're going to go heat it up. You see how that's a little bit off-center? So
I tried to enhance the audio, but it's just entirely too many people talking. So basically, she's saying that after we finished dipping in the shards, my glass ball was kind of leaning to the side, right? So you have to turn it while it's there inside the heat. And what you're doing is you're watching those glass shards as they melt, but you're also turning it to make sure that the glob stays in the middle of the iron rod and it doesn't fall too far to the left or too far to the right because it'll just fall completely off. The person that just walked through, that's Addie. She's our other instructor who worked with Natalie. So I'm going to pop in Natalie's clips so you can see her making her pumpkin. Making a pumpkin! It's pretty neat, huh? So at this point, some of the glass has melted its way down onto the rod. And so what they're doing is rubbing it across the table to try to get the glass to move back down to the tip where the blob is. And of course, the blob will eventually become our pumpkin. Here comes the special technique where they get the first breath into the blob. It's trapped in there, and if you watch, you'll see that the glass will slowly start to expand. This was something that I'm like, can we do it? And they said it takes a long time to learn the technique on how to trap that one bit of air. All right, friends, so we have the clear glass with the colorful glass pieces melted inside of it. We have the glass moved down to the tip of the rod. We have the breath of air trapped in there so that way the glass blob can start to expand. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is that's what we've done so far, and now we're getting ready for the next stage. So the next stage requires us to sit down.
And we're gonna be letting this cool down for a little bit before we go back and get for it and get another layer of glass over it. I'm gonna go cool down this pipe. So it's called our block, and you're gonna kind of show up on the block, tight in here, wet.
It is wet, yes.
The glass is coming down right here. So you're gonna be holding your glass or your block parallel to the glass, and you know how it's always spinning and everything. Yeah. We're just gonna be following it.
Oh, and almost there.
So this is a way to shape our glass, and this is a way to shape our glass. So it's gonna be we're gonna be aiming for that light bulb shape in there.
Gotcha.
And we're not gonna be pushing up on the glass, but we're just gonna let the glass
like
fall
right here and just go smack.
Yeah. Here we are. You can go ahead and grab the. We're gonna go kind of like a low angle.
Slower.
Yeah, so we get that back product. Go ahead and come off with that block and dip it back in the bucket behind you. We'll do that one more time. I'm gonna pull some of this glass off that pipe. Yeah, so anytime that block is still open like that, we're just gonna dip it right back in water and put it back on. Yeah. Then we're gonna go come off and you can set down in the bucket. And you grab them over into my hand. Sorry, so I show you actually right here. You can start to see how it's starting to stand on your head.
Yeah.
Slowly.
All right, now it's time to heat up the glass just a little bit more, and then she's going to place it in the metal mold on the ground. And so you can see that mold has ridges, and that's what's going to give us the ridges for the pumpkin. I'm holding a set of giant tweezers. And so this is what I'm going to use to taper the top of the glass. So we have Addie over there blowing again so that it can actually fill out and be a pumpkin. And then I am using these tweezers to kind of choke down at the top. And you can see the blob of glass is slowly starting to get to a point where we can separate it from the rod. The shape is a bit like a dome, so we will use a paddle to help flatten it.
If you want to get a,
It's my pumpkin!
Yes.
Wow.
looks great. You did amazing. Yeah. Your first time.
You did amazing. I did a little dipping and twirling, but you all did the work. Little dip, little twirl.
You can go ahead and take
Wow.
We're just going to be letting it cool down. Oh, careful, it's hot. Sorry.
Oh, behind their hands.
Yeah, I just like so many times people actually grabbed up there. And I'm just lifting flags. Like,
No, that's good. It's for safety.
yeah. Do not want you guys to get hurt. Yep, so just keep turning. We just want to make sure it's on center. So we stop on that. This is black flag, right? Yeah. Awesome. You're amazing to work with.
Yeah, no, you are too. I love it. I learned so much.
We'd love to have you guys come back. We do them like every once a month for a weekend.
And you do different types of design. Like, can we come back for Christmas ornaments?
Yeah. Ornaments, flowers.
We're doing all of them.
Yes,
Oh my
we're doing
gosh.
all of them.
I'm gonna go take this and give it a flash. Okay. You gonna top it off? Okay. I'm gonna do what we call tapping it off. Okay.
Yeah, so that initial breakout point is what we can work. If we can hit it.
Ah, okay.
We're gonna add a little bit of water on this.
Okay.
Just so it'll be easier to tap it off.
Yeah, so adding water will create that like shock point. So when it
There was overlapping audio, but basically she's going to heat it up a little bit more and kind of wet the top part of the pumpkin, because ultimately what she wants to do is to be able to tap on the rod and the pumpkin just break off and be separated. Now for the last step in creating the pumpkin, which is to add the stem. So if you saw my note earlier, Addie was preparing the black. So my pumpkin is pink and black. So I know it's really hot, but basically this is my black stem. So they put it on top and then she twirls it around this rod to give you the vine part when you think of a pumpkin growing in a patch.
Oh, that's so cute. That is so cute.
Awesome. Go. Should they come by and
They have like other classes going on here too, and then people are in the gallery just kind of checking us out. And then we put it in here.
now this
I miss you, baby.
Now they're adding the stem to Natalie's pumpkin. And if you look, you'll see the stem glass has ridges. So there was a small mold beside the big pumpkin mold on the floor. And so Addie dipped the glass. I'm caught up while I'm watching this. She dipped the glass in that mold to get the ridges.
awesome.
It's hefty.
Yeah, I like it. Nice.
We did it, y'all. We made our pumpkins. And now we have to wait like a week or so for them to fully cool. Then they're going to package them up for us and we can pick them up in the gift shop. So stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, check out some of the other artwork that they have in the lobby of the Museum of Glass. Y'all, that was so much fun. Look how shiny my face is. It was hot. Let me tell you, it was hot. Like, on the one hand, I was glad that I was wearing short sleeves because it was so hot. But then on the other hand, I was just like, I think I'm singeing all the hairs off my arm. Like, that's how hot it was. Like, ooh, I was like, I'm selling mine on Etsy. And one of the girls, she was laughing, Adeline, the one with the red hair. She was laughing and she was like, girl, yeah, she said, you make a lot of money if you sell it on Etsy. And I was like, I'm gonna sell the first one on Etsy and then I'm gonna take orders. And then I'm gonna come do this class and I'm gonna work on all my orders. So those two girls were so cute. So it's Adeline and Jay, and both of them go to a local, or they used to. They went to a local high school and there was a class for glass blowing at the high school. And the high school has its own hot shop. That's what they call that space. So they were able to take those classes and they learned this skill while they were in high school. And then as a part of that, they got to come here and I think to some other places to do glass blowing. And so now they're like 17, 18. And they get to do this all the time for these different workshops for people. And so they basically, I think we had like time tickets. So every hour they're in there working with someone. I'm gonna tell y'all this last thing, then I'm gonna let y'all go because I need to go. My parking's done. But there was this older couple that came up to us and when we were done and they're like, oh, we saw you down there in your class. I said, you saw us? And they were like, yes. They were so sweet. And so we were telling them the things that we had learned, and we let them know that our finished pumpkins are going to be in the gift shop. And so the husband, I'm assuming they're married, the husband, he said something along the lines of, you know, oh, you're going to eventually have your work here in the museum and your name is going to be up on the wall and you'll be famous. And I was like, well, I actually am kind of famous already. I let them know, I said, I'm an actress. They were like, oh. And I said, yes. And I said, so make sure that you look out for me because I've done commercials for Washington State Parks. I did one for Harborstone Credit Union. I did a commercial for the Washington Health Authority. I said, so please watch your TV. And I said, and when you see me, you'll be like, oh, that's the glass lady. And they started laughing. I love doing stuff like this. This was so much fun. It's not cheap, but it is a very nice experience. I think it's something great to do if you're going out on a date or something like that, or if you just want to be like me and hang out with your friend. So if you get an opportunity to do a glass blowing workshop or glass blowing experience, I say do it. At least try it for once. I mean, you don't have to be like us where we're trying to come to all the classes, but at least do it for once so you can get the experience, can see how fun it is. And then you'll have this amazing art piece that you can keep in your home. And it'll be, you know, a nice conversation starter when people are like, oh, that's neat. Where'd you get that from? And you can be like, I made it, right? I can't wait to show it to you all when it's finished. The colors, fantastic. I just absolutely love how it came out. So anyway, thanks very much for being here. I appreciate you all checking out this video. Let me know if you have any questions about the glass blowing process. I feel like I am a 1 hour old expert, so that's more than some people. So ask me your questions. Hit me up in the comments. Let me know what y'all want to know. I'll tell y'all what I've learned. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one.